In this video, we're going to be discussing graphic overrides. Graphic overrides are a very useful tool. They work pretty easily. It takes a little bit to get used to, but once you set them up, you'll find that they're very useful. So let's go down to the bottom of the work page here. This icon will double click that. This brings up the graphic override combinations. And currently it's set to no overrides, as you can see down here. And there are several here that we're using for our structural drawings. We're going to create a new one as an example called Furniture Plan. We're going to hit OK. All this is a combination, and what we'll do is create rules, and those rules will be held within this combination. So this one, as you see, as we select here, it's going to change which graphic override is active. Then we're going to create a new rule, and let's put furniture. We'll just put furniture. New rule, hit OK. We'll select the ellipses here. This brings us into the actual rule. So what happens here is that what we're going to do is we're going to select various entities using, there's dozens and dozens of ways to filter out the items. And then we're going to have the potential to override the line type, the pens, fill type, foreground, surface. All of these things can then be changed to override the standard settings. So for example, let's take all types. We're going to add in the layer house furniture. This is going to select all the types of elements that happen to be on this layer, house furniture, and we're going to make the line type, we'll do something that we know it's working, so double slash, and we'll make this salmon color. We'll leave the rest of it, and we'll hit OK. Now this rule becomes part of this combination. So if we hit OK, perfect, it's already working. So we can immediately see what items are on the layer furniture. And actually, some of these things should be on the layer furniture. And as I move them to where they should go, you'll see they update. So this is actually a great way to do a little filtering and clean up on your layer combinations. Perfect. Now we can go in here, double click or single click that, edit this rule again. And now let's do solid line, and maybe we want to gray out all of the furniture for a particular view. Hit OK and OK, and we get this nice subtle gray tone. If I use the gray pens, let me clean these up. These are so this is an example of where you want to do a graphic override where you have a drawing. The furniture is nice for context, but it's not the primary show, and you want to gray it out. And once this is set up, it's easy to come in and change how you want to do this. Maybe you want an even lighter gray. Maybe you want to do dash lines. You can see how easy it is to make these modifications. You can also try changing the fill type to 45%. We'll change all three types of a cut fill, cover fill, and a drafting fill. And we will change the pen and we'll give it a translucent back. Now these objects don't have fills, so that it's not making any modifications. So something to take notice. I'm going to undo these. But I am going to do this, override the surface. I don't know what we would like to do here. Something subtle. Let's see what this looks like. Well, that's an interesting way to see the furniture. Again, it just demonstrates the potential here and something for you to experiment with. And I think as you begin to use it, you'll find that you can come up with a lot of clever applications. It's also good just to harmonize your drawings a little bit. And pens and colors, override pen color and thickness, or just the color. So work through here, and there's no reason you can't have multiple rules. If you want to, then we'll go and hit make a new rule, furniture bold. And we're going to take all types on the furniture layer. But now we want to find, I don't know, give me an idea. Let's see if we can do positioning, elevation to project 0. Everything that is greater than or equal to 6 inches. We'll make the surface a solid green. And we go here, and then we're going to add that furniture bold. And the rules are going to be order of rules to be applied. So it's going to order this one, then it's going to order this one. Maybe that's not true. So let's go back. Put this one up here. There we go. So it's going to work from the bottom up, actually. So it's all of the elements that are off, that are not touching the floor, are now green, or 6 inches above the floor. And those objects that are touching the floor are going to be the glass. So that's an example of, I don't know if it's a good example, but it certainly demonstrates the power of it and the flexibility. And you can use all of those different parameters. So let's go look at these rules. The criteria is any of these things, including properties. So these, and I'll cover properties in another video, but you can create custom fields here And if there's some way you want to use a custom field to modify any of these attributes, that can be an excellent way of doing so. The other thing I want to mention is that there are 3 pre-built combinations, and these can drive you crazy. These are based on the renovation status. So in this particular case, all types with an existing renovation status are going to be modified per these attributes here. The demolished are going to be shown or updated here, and any new elements are going to be updated here. So this is something that you want to pay attention to, because sometimes things will look a little different than you expect, and that is often the reason why. So those combinations are going to be applied as well. We'll get into renovation filter in another video. So hopefully that gives you a basic concept of the type of thing you can do with the graphic overrides. It's really good for doing halftones and making all elements on one sheet a single pen. It's also good for maybe when you have a structural drawing, you need to change the line type of your walls so that they read a particular way. Really very, very flexible tool and worthy of delving into and seeing what you can accomplish with it.